come back. So it's just been another Formula One weekend. So I thought we would have a little chat about some of the things that have been going on. So, first of all, as everyone now knows, Daniel Ricciardo has replaced Nick De Vries. Or De Vries, I'm not sure how you pronounce it. I've probably done that wrong now. But either way. Now, don't get me wrong, I've been fairly critical of some of the rookies, although they do seem to be getting a bit better. Especially Oscar, who seems to have done quite well for himself recently. But then again, I suppose the card does help, because the McLaren seems to have taken some good leaps forward. Now, that being said, Hermit Marko, or whatever his name is, the guy at Red Bull will probably try and blame somebody, probably Lewis, because he tried to blame Lewis for them dumping Alex Albon, along with, I don't know, many of the other people that they seem to have dumped on. I mean, it does seem to be a bit of a toxic chalice going to anywhere near anything related to Red Bull nowadays. So let's hope it fares better for Danny Rick, because let's face it, he's a nice guy, he's a likeable guy, he's a quick guy. So we'll see where it takes us. But I do think they've been a bit harsh on Nick, really, just dropping him after 10 races, because it's not really, you've got to give him at least a season to, see if you can improve and give him any mentoring and chances that you can. But anyway, that's that. Mercedes seem to have found a bit of pace, but they're still really not quite there. I think McLaren are still definitely ahead of them. Red Bull are just ahead of everybody. I mean, let's face it, they are running the table at the moment. So yeah, but what a lap. What a qualifying lap from Lewis. I mean, you can't argue that was not pretty epic, because it was pretty good, let's face it. It was pretty damn good. What else has been going on? Obviously there was the whole thing. I mean, if you look at like the teams and Max and Lando, they've had a bit of a laugh about it. But like because I didn't see the trophy ceremony live, and obviously the whole popping of the champagne and the trophy and the but I saw it in the news, and it's like, Lando's breaking the trophy, and and it was like reading like the headlines and things and some of the news. It almost sounded like he picked up the trophy and thrown it over the edge or something, or jumped up and down on it, or smashed it into absolute millions of pieces when nothing can be the truth. He didn't even touch it. I mean, really, I would say actually it was a poor, poorly built podium that was the cause. Because if you actually watch it, when he slams his champagne bottle down, you can see the podium flex, and that's actually what throws the trophy off. So actually, it's a poorly built podium, and really nobody's fault. It's just one of those things, and really, it's quite funny if but it's just like the way that some places reported it. I was just like, oh my god, really? You just make it sound like he basically was like, how dare Max win? Which that wasn't the case. That brings us to the race. The race was fairly wasn't overly exciting. There was some good bits in it. It was a bit hit and miss. Qualifying, I don't know what this obsession with trying to change qualifying is. There's nothing wrong with qualifying in its normal standard setup. It's perfectly fine and can throw up some mixed results at times, especially in the wet. Why they keep doing all of these stupid changes? I mean, it started with the sprint races, which you all know by now if you've watched my previous videos. I am an avid hater of. It's just absolute pointless rubbish. But then now that, you've got to use this time and this time and this time, it's just shut up. Because the only teams that seem to really disadvantage are the smaller teams. Generally speaking, yes, there were a few hiccups along the way with people not quite getting their cars out in time. Obviously, Mercedes with George Russell and things like that. But, it is as the track ramps up that sometimes those smaller teams can throw something on in Q2 or Q3 and get themselves Q1 or Q2, depending on which way you look at it. Basically, the first part of qualifying and then the second part of qualifying. Let's call them that, so we're not getting overly confused. But they can basically throw something on in the last ditch effort of like those final minutes of the first qualifying session to try and get them into 2, and who knows, sometimes even into 3. And it's they're literally having the opposite effect of what they're trying to do. And it's just bewildering that they keep coming up with more and more ways to screw this up. Anyway, that's my view. You might think differently. You know what to do. Come back for more. Thanks for watching.
Jet plane headed up to the sky, spread wings and the clouds getting